Hello, guys. It's High Priestess Jamila. Gosh, my eyes are red. Good Lord. Ooh, I got 6 upvotes. As y'all can see, I have changed the title. I changed the title like 3 or 4 times of this hangout. It went from all women should learn witchcraft to save us from patriarchy. But then I had an epiphany. Okay, this is High Priestess Jamila. I'm going to give y'all a couple of minutes to get in here because we got to talk about something very, very important. We are at a crossroads. We are being completely liberated from the social constructs, from all social constructs. That's what we're going to talk about tonight while I do these dishes. So, if you guys put a thumbs up, and this is not a hangout that is going to do any male bashing, then it's okay if you want to retract it, but hear me out. Hear me out. Okay? A lot of you that are dealing with mothers and mother-in-laws that are controlling and super dominating, that is the side effect of matriarchy. So I'm having this discussion with you guys because I just realized I had an epiphany. I said, shit, I don't just need a liberation from patriarchy. I need liberation from matriarchy too. Okay? While I'm talking to y'all, I might end up putting the phone down, of course, but I thought that my makeup was so pretty. I didn't use my blending brush on this part, but I said, let me put some green eyeshadow on. So now when we think about social constructs, for some reason, we are taught to go from one extreme to the other, which is the reason why if somebody gets hurt by patriarchy, all of a sudden they feel that they have to be gay. If somebody gets hurt by matriarchy, all of a sudden they feel that they have to go out and chop the heads off of women. Any woman that they can find because you're hurt, because some woman, probably your mother, hurt you real bad because she was trying to control you. Okay, a lot of y'all that have controlling mothers, the reason why she is controlling is because of the matriarchy. The matriarchy is not something that I want as an eclectic witch in my life either. Because the matriarchy says that it wants to compete with patriarchy. It's not about head of household. No. It's about the fact that patriarchy says that men rule first. And then the matriarchy says, no, I rule first. How about nobody rule anybody at all, baby? That's where we at right now. Hallelujah. Let's do some liberating right now. Okay, let's get liberated today. I'll be right back. These two social constructs have created nothing but chaos in our lives. And I realized today as I was doing work to unbind myself from some stupid hex that some woman had put on me because she wanted to control me. Actually, it was some other work that I did, but I'm not going to say. Many of you need to do your road openers, though. Okay? Especially those of you that have lost jobs. Okay? The matriarchy and the patriarchy rules mainstream media. It's either one or the other. Who's more important? Nobody. We're all important. Men are not any better than women, and women are no better than men. And I don't need to control no man to feel safe. The reason why patriarchy exists is because of men fearing women. Okay? Something that you fear, you're going to want to keep it caged and under your control. As if it moves, it's going to suddenly hurt you. Okay? Let's talk about all of it. Because it ain't right for a woman to try to control another woman either. And those of you that have matriarchal feminist mothers, y'all have the most problems with those. Okay? Y'all have the most problems with those women because they want to control you. The reason why they feel that they want to control you is because they feel as though that is where their power is at, which is why they can't never leave you alone. So yeah, women controlling women, baby. I can't be down with you. If you're trying to control another woman, if you're trying to control a man, I understand. But this is the reason why we're having this discussion. Because when you try to control somebody's will, you're going to have some problems. So this is the reason why, I no longer do certain love spells on men because, at some point it just controls, it turns into this who's in control thing. Well, guess what? Everybody has the right to have control over themselves. So I let it all go. I don't need to control no man. I don't need to control no woman. You see what I'm saying? And I can tell that spirit because as soon as I started mentioning it when I was at my altar tonight, spirit got to crawling up my leg. And I said, oh yeah, baby, I'm on to something. And I don't care how many damn candles you light. You will never be able to control me. I don't care if you a man or a woman. This whole coronavirus scare is because men want to control women. Men want to control men and women. That's the problem. You don't have the right to control nobody else. Population control, birth control. You're killing us with it. Leave us alone with it, okay? That's slavery. That's why I had to put slavery because the title was too long. I refuse to be a slave by any means. And a lot of people, many of you, the reason why you hold on to any social construct is because you are afraid of freedom. That's why you're bound. You're binded. Men are bound and binded to this fear. Men thrive in fear because of that. And I don't want no man around me like that. Okay? It's time to let go of those social constructs. And, the way that we're being controlled is because another social construct will come up called anarchy. Well, me personally, I don't feel safer because of the police. Now, what I will tell you is that when it comes to terrorism, this is one of the reasons why we are in the grip of the government, why they control us, because they're controlling everything right now, or at least they're trying to. They're going to control the people that allow themselves to be controlled. If you are smart and you understand this, then you ain't worried about nothing. If you are under the construct of slavery in general, you are very worried and upset right now. You're not manifesting what you want. You probably lost your job because you don't have control, even over your own minds. So this is the reason why you should learn witchcraft. Because when I go to that altar and I go to work, I know that shit gonna work. You understand me? Because every single spell that has been casted works. cleanses, hex removers, road openers. All of it works. And it works very well. And I'll never stop believing in it. I have been, that's hell. Slavery and being controlled and in chains is hell. And I won't have it anymore. I'm getting rid of it right now. That's why I'm so fired up. I don't need to control no man and what he do. What he do has no emotional effect over me. So when a woman wants, not saying that you shouldn't do your love work, because love work is about that. But see, when it turns into domination, you tend to take all the fun out of it. So what they did was they told you, they said, well, let's go ahead and kick it, get it into gear and make ghetto gagging a thing. 50 Shades of Grey. 50 Shades of Grey opened up the portals to hell. That's why I'll never watch that movie again. It's teaching you how to be a slave. And while it's okay for us to role play a little bit in the bedroom, but to be honest with you, if you're good, you shouldn't have to be spanking nobody or doing nothing like that. Because I'm going to tell you something. There's a difference between sex that you're being taught through porn and real good, heavenly, just good, raw sex. So many of y'all doing too much. Y'all got to do all this. You're half dead. You got to put your penis through a meat grinder just to have some sensitivity down there, because they done circumcised about 60% of y'all. Now that's okay. That's okay. About 60% of men in the United States are circumcised, which took all the filling out of their penises. They were circumcised so that they could get the foreskin. Foreskin is worth a lot of money in the medical industry. They use it in beauty products. Well, maybe if you would let go of those social constructs, you wouldn't need those beauty products. You ever think about that? Maybe if you were in your element and you were strong. Many of us witches, I don't know about y'all, but if y'all look at pictures of me, I look younger than I did when I was younger. Since I've gotten deep into, and I'm rolling in the deep, and I'll never come up when it comes to witchcraft because I love it. Okay? The reason why you are scared of it is because it represents freedom. Now, only a few select of you that are listening to this are going to receive this blessing that I am bringing to you today because of fear. I can feel your fear. I can feel it. I am an empath. So many of you that are watching this are scared shitless. And I'm going to tell you something. All y'all hypocrites. Every last one of y'all are hypocrites. You want to know why? Because you'll say that you don't want to be a slave to the white man, but then you'll go and be a slave to your mama. Now, since when did that have anything to do with motherhood? My children left home early to go venture off. I didn't try to hold them. I mean, I talk to them all the time. Wasn't trying to hold them. Wasn't trying to force them, because they said, Mom, we want to go through this experience, and they're glad they went through that experience. And I've got to let go of the fear of all of this. And, I did what I had to do as a mother during that time to protect them. I wasn't sitting there scared, half shitless all the time. Okay, and they are okay. And they are now home. If you're feeling you know what that tightness in your chest is? I can feel a couple of you. You know what that tightness in your chest is? It's a binding spell. All that tightness up in here. Somebody put a binding. Like I'm talking about binding. No, they didn't bind you from doing harm to them. They wouldn't, they binded you from your own shit. They binded you so that you would be under their control. They didn't bind you because, you were getting on their nerves or you was bothering them. No. They binded you because they have held on to social constructs and very dangerous levels of control that is getting ready to explode. That's what all of this is about. These social constructs that you must get rid of. If you're going to be a witch, it's very dangerous to hold on to those social constructs because that has nothing to do with witchcraft. In witchcraft, we are all equal and all powerful. Now, they do say that women do possess more power, less power. Look, I'm not here to debate that. What I am telling you, which is why I changed it from all women should learn witchcraft to everyone. Now, you see how I put that little asterisk by it? If you were caught up in those social constructs, then I wouldn't advise you doing it because you'll do nothing but fight with yourself. And caught up means you in the web. Okay? It's very powerful energy that's coming in right now. I can feel it. It kind of makes you feel winded, like you've been running, like you're going 1,000,000 miles an hour because this is your leap forward. So embrace it. It's called ascension. And you're not going to die. Go, I can feel y'all. I swear to God. Where y'all at? Yes. Jacretia, I've been hot today too. I was hot and cold because it's change. And it's not death. You just get scared because you're just going to go outside, get some air, drink some water, and when you sit down, you'll feel better. But guess what? You are consciously aware of what is happening to you and you embrace it. You see what I'm saying? Because I know what's happening to me right now. And I feel this rush of energy coming into me. And it does feel hot. It's not a hot flash, okay, that you go and you take some freaking pill to get rid of. No, I'm not having a hot flash. I don't have hot flashes. Okay, I'm not that old. I'm only 42. That's not old. Matriarchy teaches that women are supposed to be old at the age of 30. Patriarchy and matriarchy is married to each other. Okay? They're married to each other. So when we do our spells, we always put, I want to be free of patriarchy. But today, baby, I put that I'm free of patriarchy and matriarchy. Hallelujah. Amen. Because it's women that put spells on other women. Let's talk about your narcissistic mother and how she's very matriarchal, which is why she feels that she has the right to control your fucking pussy. She may even be weird because if you notice, many patriarchal people, you find out that they're having sex with youngsters and you find out that they are pedophile apologists. You find out a lot about them because they are all clumped in there together. This is one of the reasons why we need to let go of patriarchy because patriarchy created pedophilia. It's all in there together. All of these social constructs, pedophilia and child rape and rape culture, all of it goes underneath that. As a woman, you expect for your daughters to have some fear of rape, especially if they pretty. You don't want them to go out there by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Or, if you feel like a little go, you don't want them to go out there by themselves. See what I'm saying? So, but that's another construct. Just like patriarchy is the construct that created rape. If you let go of all of that, then there will be no more need for rape. Now the demon is holding you hostage. That's why your mama is holding you hostage. That's why your mama casted spells to get you evicted. That's why your mama casted spells to bind you from doing more than her. Because she is a matriarchal woman who is competing with patriarchy. And they do compete with each other. But yet they work together to keep both men and women in chains. When you think about it, this is harmful. This is something that I'm liberating myself from today, whole day. I'm not joking with you. I got pissed off. When I threw my card today, I was like, okay. I was like, what the let's all calm down, because what I'm doing right now is I'm conjuring. I've always had the ability to conjure, and what I'm talking about sounds very, very scary, because you seem to think that you need matriarchy and you don't. I don't need to be a matriarchal woman. I don't need to feel no kind of way about men. I don't need to give a damn about when women were slaves. For what? That would mean that I am having some sort of bad past life transgression. And many of us are, because when you turn on the TV or when you turn on the news, you see they're always saying women are enslaved, child sex trafficking. Oh, there's women out there right now that are being held hostage so that they can be tricked out. That's the main thing about it. See, but you're not having sex. You just fucking, and you fucking yourselves. And you don't even really know what real sex feels like yet. You don't know. Okay? Sex should be wild and free and loud. Nobody should be caring about this or that and this, but instead, we can't even, I don't want to say we, and then when people feel that sexual fire in you, they blame it on a demon. You ever see two people wrapped up in ecstasy with each other? You can't experience that with those social constructs. In fact, most patriarchal couples, they don't even have sex. Sex been out of the equation because they done lost interest in each other. It's very boring. Patriarchy and matriarchy sucks because can't nobody do shit. You can't walk down the street. You can't file for a divorce. You can't do this. You can't do that. So right now, what we need to be focusing on, because now all of y'all, that's how the election got y'all attention. But y'all need to let that go down to few and far between. Because a president is not in control of shit. Sorry. Again, maybe the shadow government is who's really in control that can actually help you. Now, when you guys get your stimulus checks, I want you to invest it in your spirituality. Okay, I know some of y'all gonna pay bills with it. Okay, but I want y'all to invest that money into something and stop playing around. And if you are a witch, okay, because you can be a natural born witch but don't know shit about witchcraft. You may not even embrace it, but it's something that you're gonna need, because what we are living in is witchcraft. That's what we're living in. That's what they expect us to live in. And the more people, that's why a lot of people decide to become loners. They say, I don't want to be around nobody because, those people are still enslaved. And I don't want that energy around me. I don't want to talk to nobody that's talking that patriarchal or matriarchal crap. Now, when it comes to being a woman, you're a woman, you're powerful. You don't necessarily, now I will tell you that, and we're going to talk about that tonight, about men who want to pretend that they have control. Okay? They want to pretend that they have control. This virus is being used to further more patriarchal crap, like politics. And people set up into office to tell you what you can do to your body because they think you're too stupid to make the right decision on your own. And then at the same time, they may have purposely dumbed you down just so that they could have control. You can be liberated from that. I'm liberated from it. Even though my house is a little bit messy, baby. But I'm liberated from it, honey. Okay? Because it tried to make me homeless to teach me a lesson. How dare you question patriarchy? Well, you know what? I don't need a social construct to be strong. How dare you question me as a god or as a goddess or as a powerful supernatural human being that don't have to go along with that shit. That's where you need to be, because a lot of y'all are afraid. All that recession shit, man, the rich is getting richer while you getting poor. And you know what? They've been showing all kind of commercials about it. Y'all think everything you see in the damn news is real. And that's all I'm gonna say. And y'all get scared, and your employers get scared, and then people get scared, and then people shut down, and then now you got people that are so afraid of the coronavirus. They were on Facebook talking about they need to do martial law. That must be a bot. Are you fucking kidding me? Then when y'all let stuff go and you don't call these people out on it, which you really can't, let them do what they do. What they got to do with you? Patriarchy said that I wouldn't be able to make it and support children. My spirit says that's a lie. But you got all your power and you got people around you, people that know you, your mother, your father, your brother, your uncle. They want to control what the fuck happens to you. They binding you up. That's why your chest is tight, because you are binded. A lot of y'all like, oh, my chest is tight. You're binded. You're bound. You got chains. You got spiritual chains around your chest. And I've seen it happen. I've had it happen to my body to where my chest just looked like it's caved in. You know, just look like it's caved in. You know what I'm saying? Just look real sickly and stuff like that. That is the symptom of that. Many of y'all sitting over there with your chest caved in right now, you can't barely breathe because you're being binded so tightly. That's exactly what's happening to you, baby. Many of you need road openers. If one door closes, another one should be opening, but you're so busy focused on that door that closed that you can't go through the door that opened. This is scary for a lot of people, I know, because I can feel it, and it's all relevant. And quit being afraid that you're gonna die. Technically, you're already dead. We all died in 2012, remember? Remember that? Death is change. Death is a social construct. Population control, which is kind of what I think China was trying to do for a while. And you cannot stop this society from growing. In fact, Earth grew in size. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that NASA released that information that Earth has gotten bigger? You know why she gets bigger? Because space gets bigger. Because the people on the planet, the population. Okay, you just got confused, scared men. Patriarchy has men afraid to allow this world to grow. And they're lying to you. They have you programmed to make you think that we have to control the population and all that shit. Because some of y'all bought it. Some of y'all went for it. And Spirit is telling you, honey, just because you get rid of something don't mean it's gone. But I will tell you that some of y'all that are very important witches, your mama got killed a long time ago. That's a demon that done replaced her. And it done took her on her form. So your mama already in the grave, honey. So you can go ahead and kill that image of your mother and keep it moving. Whether or not she's here in the spirit realm. So when we practice necromancy, so y'all gonna have to contact me about that. Because right now there's a lot of death magic going on, baby. You see what I'm saying? And the demon that replaces your mama's body, or your daddy's body, or your baby daddy's body.
It's a pickle.
Okay, and y'all need to protect y'all children from those interdimensional beings. Y'all need to protect y'all children from those interdimensional beings that will clone them and make copies out of them so that they can make robots out of them. And you do have the ability to do that, especially with witchcraft.
No, I don't want it.
Okay? Let me give this offering to my spirits real quick, y'all. Got some meat for y'all. Okay? Men are confused. Women are confused. Y'all all confused. Every last one of y'all are confused because y'all are caught up in social constructs of patriarchy, matriarchy, and y'all arguing about it all day and night. Well, men did this and men did that. No, those are the men that you're attracting because you're still under the curse of matriarchy. Under matriarchy, there's no love. Under any of those social constructs, there's no love. It has nothing to do with nature. It'll never have anything to do with nature. And the reason why we are supposed to be superior beings on this planet besides the animals is because we don't do the same thing that animals do, but we are now doing those things. Some of us are savages, being savages, killing people, killing offspring. Okay, you guys have taken on the embodiment of something that is a less. It's supposed to be a less thinker. It's almost like we've switched places. So your spirit done went into a dog and wait a minute, your spirit went into the dog and the dog went into your spirit. Okay? Where do you go from there? Because we know that if we keep it up, it's just going to destroy the world. And I'm going to tell you something. Spirit is destroy everybody that is not consciously aware of this. That's who they're destroying. Because Mother Earth knows that you are fucking up her emotions. Okay? She knows what you're doing. All of this is leading to a lot of the issues that we have in, on the earth, with sinkholes and stuff like that. She trying to swallow some of y'all up. Y'all acting so crazy. Now, do I fear crazy people? No. I don't fear nobody because I am God of my world and you are God of your world. So just because, it's people out there that are dying because they don't know how to take this shift, that don't mean that the same thing got to happen to me. Just because there's people out there going broke because of what's happening, and see, the people that know the deal, those people are getting richer. That's why you can't find no damn toilet paper at the grocery stores. All these corporations are cleaning up. Okay? You want a cookie? All these corporations are cleaning up. They are making buku money. You can't call no company. The phone is on hold. The agricultural business, the toilet paper business, the health mask business, all of the businesses are booming except for y'all because y'all scared. And there have been so many people that have told you, listen, don't fall for the okie doke, start your business. Y'all call me the girl. I ain't had nobody call me and tell me really that. I've had a couple of people tell me that they lost their job, but you know, and what did I say to you? I said, start your business. That's what I said to you, didn't I? And you said, what? Yeah, start your business right now. Yeah. Yeah. Why not? Why not? Why do you think you can't? Why do you feel that? I mean, yeah, you know, to be honest with you, after these people are filthy rich, okay? I'm telling y'all, they could have actually given us more on this. To be honest with you, I don't even really need it. I ain't even waiting on it. I'm not waiting on that stimulus. For what? I got enough money in my pocket. I could start a second business. Okay? The matriarchy is bad, and if you guys are in the mindset to where you have fears, because the reason why you feel that you have to keep a man under control or even other women, really, to be honest with you, under the matriarchy, other women rule other women, and under patriarchy, men rule other men. So patriarchy really originally does not even land on the opposite sex. It lands on the same sex. So patriarchy is primarily affecting men right now with this whole Wuhan virus. That's why mostly men are dying from it. Did y'all know that most of the people that die of coronavirus are men? Most of them are men. Look up the statistics. The conscious men, they ain't even thinking about the coronavirus. They ain't even said nothing about the coronavirus. The ones that are conscious, whether or not they black or white, they ain't said nothing about it. The ones that are giving up on life, that have lost hope for themselves, that don't have control, that don't know the truth, they sitting there waiting to die. What she want? Yeah, it's too much stuff for her to make. Hey, little mama. Little mama. The reason why she want to go in there is because that's my altar room. The kids like going in there because it's a lot of power in here, but it's also a lot of peace. Let me show you my altar. Okay, we're gonna burn some ancestor money because I owe them much respect. You know, my deep ancestors from far out, the alien ones, the ones that's up in the stars, they the one that gave me this epiphany. I don't have to control nobody. All I got to do is control myself and do the best job that I can as a mother. Those energies are so harmful to us right now. Okay, and you got people that are using this illness or disease to try to hurt people. You also have people that are trying to give people the coronavirus. It's the same thing. It's psychological. I saw a witch, and if you're a witch on here, and if you ain't did this, then that's fine. But I saw a witch, or I saw energy of the coronavirus coming towards me, and I got rid of that shit. Okay? Yes, I did. It was like, whoa. I started getting chills and stuff. It was like, oh no. Hold on real quick, y'all. Y'all ever have y'all children say stuff out of the blue that makes no sense? Witchcraft. You know how kids say the darndest things. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible. It's terrible. Okay? You know, the hermit teaches us that witchcraft is not about controlling others, but being able to control yourself. Because the worst thing that you can do is to try to control somebody else. You're going to constantly hurt yourself because you're going to constantly be disappointed. You're going to always be disappointed with that controlling spirit on you. Whether or not you are a man or a woman, you're going to always be that. And you know, if you are dealing with either your mother that is like that or either a mother-in-law that's like that, you have to understand that you have to see what you're doing too, and that you're carrying on that same identity in some way, because you're not ready to say, this is what I owe to myself, which is that liberation. Probably I'd say about 69% of the population is afraid of freedom. That's why when they give you something to be afraid of, you take right to it. Just like that. All y'all bind it. Eyes closed. You just, I can't breathe. Yes, you can. You keep trying to do all that. See, a lot of y'all, you know what y'all doing? This is how y'all can tell I'm an empath and a psychic. Authentic. A lot of y'all, and I'm not acting like a man, because y'all like, she acting like a man. No, I'm acting like Jamila. This is my personality, okay? A lot of y'all are constantly trying to deep breathe to see if you can breathe. Just breathe normal. A lot of y'all, am I breathing yet? Am I breathing? A lot of y'all keep doing all that hyper breathing, and then and you're causing inflammation when you do that, and gas. So then when you keep inhaling and you're not exhaling, you keep going, you don't know how to breathe. Then you put gas in your stomach that pushes up on the diaphragm, and then you think, I can't breathe. Oh my God. Yeah, you can breathe. You know, we're moving forward at a hyper speed right now, and you got to keep up with it. That's why a lot of people are saying 5G. 5G is not the enemy. The medical industry is using 5G to get patients. Let's put it like that. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to fall for that, but then you, who are among the lucky that gets to look at this because they shadow ban, you gotta have special favor to watch my channel. That's why you'll see somebody like me do all this stuff, but I don't have a lot of subscribers. I'm not necessarily a YouTuber. I'm a witch. You know what I'm saying? I'm a psychic witch. I get a lot of insight. See, psychic means knowing. Psychic means that you have an intuition. And what that means also is that you are able to receive those messages. Many of you guys are being sent so many messages, your spirit guides, they got you dizzy. You know, when you get dizzy, that's a sign that you need to sit down, lay back, and go, what I need to be listening to right now? What do I need to hear from you? What messages do you have for me? Okay? I'm seeing 10, you guys. It's 10 people watching from my end, and then it's 10 upvotes. That is amazing. Can y'all hit the thumbs up? Are y'all ready for liberation? Because trust me, this is the energy, and that's the only way you're going to get it. And you got to stop, like women, if you think that you got to have a man in control to make it in society, either for his money or his penis, then you are under the curse of the matriarchy. You shouldn't even want a man for that purpose. You know, it's so sad when you see women and men run around, I need this, I need a man for that, I need this, need that. Why are you so needy? Why in a free world you can't manifest what you want? No. Makes sense to me. Are you gonna play in the garage or are you gonna keep beating on the door? You wanna hang up some clothes? No, I'm joking. when you re- when you remove the matriarchy and the patriarchy and all that control stuff, then everything seems to run smoothly. Trust me, I have manifested thousands of dollars at once, literally. But guess what? I didn't know this. I didn't realize this, and so I was still kind of partially stuck. And I knew that it was a subconscious blockage, and that subconscious blockage is the need for matriarchy. You are powerful without all this fake stuff that was created. The only thing real is the money. And they about to digitalize that, but money been digitalized. Okay, money been digitalized. So we're going to be doing some group rituals too, guys. And if you want to participate, especially those of you women that are going through things with y'all mama, you're going to turn into your mama. You better be careful. Your mama was the way that she was because, first of all, she may have had penis envy. See, when you in your element as a woman, when you with your element, because they've been messing, not only have they been messing with they've been messing with our heart chakras, they've been messing with our backs, but they also been messing with your, they've been tampering and tapping into your sexual energy. So many of y'all women y'all think that y'all got that little yeast infection because you've been using paper towels instead of toilet paper. No, baby, you got that little yeast infection because they doing stuff and messing with your stuff. The people that want control over you. So as soon as you let that control go, all that stuff go away. You be like, dang, I'm healed. I didn't even have to get no monostat 7. I didn't have to get surgery. Hello? Okay. So, hey, Hecate, fuck that love and light shit. How you doing, sweetie? That's the reason why y'all mad. Y'all angry and y'all are carrying forth the problems of women that lived in the 1700s. That's why y'all can't do the love and the light. Because you feel controlled. But why do you feel controlled? Because those demons and those spirits, those enemies, they got your mind right now. All of it is a social construct, even racism. I don't give a damn about racism. For what? That's one of the biggest things that's holding people back. And then you get mad and say, well, I didn't get hired at this job because I'm black, or I didn't get hired. No, you didn't get hired because that's that person's company. And they did do affirmative action, which affirmative action is a federal law that employers have to employ a certain amount of minorities. Okay? And I understand that most minorities are not going to necessarily have the mindset to have their own business. But is that your problem? You know better, don't you? You know better, don't you? Sorry, guys. Jacob in there. Jacob is doing that little and I'm not going to try to stop him. I ain't got time for that. It's very stressful trying to get him to stop doing that. And so we just going to let him do it and he do his thing and I'm just going to block it out. Hey, be careful. You know you can't run in the house. Hey, do you want mama to give you something? Do you want something, sweetie? Something to snack on? You want some pizza, Jacob? Okay, I'm gonna make some pizza. Is this, I mean, I know I bought it, but is somebody, because I'm gonna put this in the oven. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. That ooh, I want some ravioli. No, your sister want tuna. She wants the tuna, and I do too. I'm in the mood for some tuna. Yes, I'm about to boil the eggs. Y'all, we've been. Hi, Orion's daughter. You need to go put your shoes on, Jacob.
What?
Go put your shoes on. I heard you say ow. What are you, what's hurting? Your feet?
Yeah.
Well, honey, go put on your shoes then. Don't just stand, don't ever go in that garage without shoes on. Go upstairs and get your shoes, Jacob. Go upstairs and get your shoes. Hey. So, guys, I'm just telling y'all what I know about this situation. And if you're ready to receive this information, you guys are understanding exactly what I'm saying. And, like I said, we don't necessarily, we're going to probably always have the law. But the problem is with that is that even that system may have become a little corrupted. All systems have been corrupted. So, this is when systems and constructs start to work against us, and then people seem to give up on themselves, but you don't realize at some point you existed without all that stuff just fine. And whoever made up all these certain things that we all scurry around in this rat race in, that person was worried all the time and sad. They was a negative person. It was a very negative person that began to make up all of these social constructs. They came from negativity. Okay? In fact, negativity is what created Christianity and all that stuff, the Bible. At some point we existed as a more back, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I could sit here and literally meditate all damn day with the gods, because what we're doing down here is not godlike at all. And then you guys will say, "Oh, well, this is the earth belongs to the devil," and da 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 da. That's your fucking opinion, because that's not the goddamn truth. This earth don't belong to the devil. I've actually heard people say that. That's another. See, they say all kind of stuff. Well, this earthly stuff, all that physical stuff, all that stuff that belong to the devil. Since the fuck when? That's your opinion. So I don't go by all that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm smart. If you are intelligent, you should learn witchcraft. People that are practicing witchcraft, that are caught up in social constructs, they create so much chaos. They create chaos. Okay? Am I lying? Am I lying to y'all? Nope, I'm not. They create a lot of chaos in the world, man. That's why, it just it's embarrassing when you kind of feel a little like ick when you see a woman trying to control another woman. And it's gotten so bad that it's become perverted. And so you got women trying to act like they married to their kids. Everybody all caught up in this disgusting crap that came out of these weird people that people that get married that ain't attracted to each other and all that shit. People that they ain't had sex in about 20 years, and they just it done dried up on them. So that's why they go around and they do those things, because they are obsessed with domination, and it takes all the fun out of everything. We're not partying. We supposed to be down here partying. We're supposed to be down here partying. We supposed to be celebrating and having a good time. We got the sun and the moon and the stars. We got all this shit. We got all this, and we still ain't happy. I am very grateful right now. If you don't have the spirit of gratefulness on you too, like you just like fuck all this shit. You're not consciously aware of what's going on, and and you may either be negatively affected by it, because last night I had to come tell y'all, boy, I saw a lot of y'all matriarchal mothers putting hexes on y'all just so they could control y'all. If you ask them why, they wouldn't be able to tell you. Like I said, some of y'all, a demon done took over your mama. That ain't your mama. That's a demon. It even talks like a demon. Hello? It even talks like a damn demon. And, I understand some people are like, well, I like demons because demons are badass. Well, it ain't even about the social construct of angels and demons. It's the fact that you continuously impede on others and you try to tell them what to do. And you do things, under the guise of let's help him or let's help her. Now, if somebody is being disrespectful to you or sends you some fucked up energy and you know what it is and your intuition done told you what it is, go with that. But, literally, I'm going to be honest with you. I got folks that have been stalking me for 5 years straight that I don't ever think about, ever. It is just so weird. Digital chipping. No, as far as with the money coming on direct deposit, we can withdraw cash from the ATM. Do y'all think that it would be a good thing or a bad thing? Now I'm seeing 1111. Thank you. Do y'all think that it would be a good thing or a bad thing for us to stop printing money? Like, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Some people would say, if you're like an earth angel, they would say, well, I would say that they are taking way too much of Earth's resources to print that money. So maybe it would make sense. Because money is not necessarily a dollar bill. You know what I'm saying? Your money is your energy. That's why some people make more money than some and some people make less. Gateways open. Yes, baby. So, this is where we're at right now as far as spiritually. If you gonna get on the mothership, because I'm going to tell y'all something. It's been people getting fired and laid off since December. It's a lot of people that got fired from their jobs back before Christmas. People get fired all the time. I think that what they've done is they have given you an excuse as to why you lost your job. But what excuses are you going to make when you can't really make that up? And a lot of people will say, well, Jamila, what am I going to do if nobody has any money? Well, there's already trillions of dollars in circulation. That's all we doing anyway, is circulating money. That's all we doing worldwide is bartering and trading every day. When you think about the way money flows. Now, see, I know the science of money flow, which is why I'm able to, manifest it out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And, now the one thing about it is that when it comes to witchcraft, you have to be disciplined, because I don't care how many times you light a candle. If you have doubt that it's going to work, and if you don't have perfect love and perfect trust, that's actually, that came from a movie, but that's actually the truth when it comes to witchcraft. Now, some people are afraid to manifest whatever they want. You know what, to be honest with you, last year, in 2018, I was a little, last year, the beginning of last year, I was afraid to manifest what I wanted. I felt overwhelmed, with, being able to walk away from federally funded housing. And, I didn't feel overwhelmed. I knew I was ready. But my spirit wasn't, like, my mind was ready, but then the spirit wasn't ready, because it was like, wow, if there was that fear that was there. I don't have no fear. I know my rent gonna be paid on time every month. And the reason why I know it is because I did the work. So if I did the work, I'm gonna get it. And if you feel any doubt within yourself, that's just like when I do work for y'all. That's just like when I do work for y'all. If you doubt that the work is gonna work, it's not gonna work. And see, Jamila, I will control your mind only to a fault. I'm not gonna control your mind at all. I'm gonna teach you how to control your own mind. Because when I do work for you, it's not just doing a job for you. No, I'm opening a door for you. I'm opening a gateway for you. When I do a cleanse for you, I'm unblocking your chakras. Okay? Which is why cleanses are going to go up, because even though the economy looks like it's falling, it's going to be booming. Okay? And some of you that, that ain't quite ready for what I'm talking about, and you're like, well, Jamila, I feel like I gotta, you giving me a heart attack, man. You coming on a little too strong, because I know how it feels. But, right now, I am actually unblocking you guys' money and opportunity right now. Okay, I'm constantly having to unblock myself because I have a patriarchal father and a matriarchal mother. Good Lord, imagine if your parents split up. That's why in War of the Roses, both of those assholes died. Good, thank God they didn't have kids. Kathleen Turner and Michael Douglas, thank God they didn't have no damn kids, because them kids would have been fucked up. Okay? They'd have been fucked up for a little while. They could have got their way out of it, but they'd have been messed up for a little while. Okay? So just to let you know that if you have parents that broke up, your mother is constantly obsessed with, pleasing a man, or either she identifies herself with what kind of man she can get. You cannot identify yourself by either having or not having a man. That is the most ignorant thing ever. And to be honest with you, all of us got men. It's just that we're being separated from each other. You know what I'm saying? When people say you ain't got no man, I tell people, I tell people that say that, I say, well, yes, I do. All of y'all do. You just ain't met them yet, because you ain't ready. Because you ain't going to do nothing but fuck it up when you meet the one that's for you. So you got to wait. Okay? Because right now you caught up in that. But if both of your parents are split up and your mama talking about your mama constantly thinking about what your daddy did and stuff like that, and we all got to stop doing that, because those are the things and those are the thought processes that will hold you back. When you're able to lay back and relax and say, I am, or I will, when you're able to lay back and say, I have, instead of saying, I can't, or instead of saying that you've already failed. Okay? So when you receive that liberation is when you have truly reached a level of success, and then your success would be, it wouldn't be limited. Your success definitely would not be limited with that attitude at all. You're going to go to great heights. But when somebody is like overwhelmed with something like what I'm telling you guys, and I'm gonna be honest with you, spirit is starting to get rude. I watched a commercial on YouTube, and the guy was like, do you think that right now, everybody, that we're in a recession, do you think that right now there's no opportunity for you? Well, if you do, then you're stupid. I said, damn, they literally turning on their cameras and advertising to you. Of course, they're trying to sell you some kind of motivational seminar, but many of you guys need that, just like many of you need this motivation. Because all of us do have all of us do have a consciousness together, but we are consciously here alone. Because earlier today I was fussing about something. I said, damn, I said, why can't they just put the the patriarchal I'm sorry, the patriarchal bigots and the matriarchal bigots, because if you notice a matriarchal woman, she's very bigoted against you. If you wear a little short dress or if your cleavage is hanging out, first thing she say to you is that you're a whore. Okay, so matriarchal women are not good either, because matriarch is actually the exact opposite of the patriarchy is patriarchy is negative male energy, it's toxic masculinity, and matriarchy is toxic femininity. Okay, even though we know that men can do some stupid stuff to us, why would you even waste your time on it? Why would you even waste your thought process on it? Because you haven't let go of it. You haven't been freed of it, because it is a construct and you do have chains around you. Main thing is codependency is a big one because of codependent people. You're codependent too, because you're codependent on this social stuff. And this is the reason why everybody all hooping and hollering. Because I'm going to go, guys, I'm not going to be back for a while. I'm going to be honest with you, because I've been on here doing too much. Okay, I got clients that I got, rituals that I need to get done for them. Okay, we got there's a few things that I got to get done with some protection bindings, okay? So when I say protection binding, because, I don't believe in trying to control somebody. And that is not what witchcraft is supposed to be about. You're supposed to be controlling. You can control the weather with witchcraft. You can control whether or not your crops grow with witchcraft, but witchcraft was never really meant to control other people, because all that's done is hurt people. And, a lot of people that want to control others, they claim that they're doing it because they love them. But unfortunately, especially when it comes to, now I'm going to switch my stuff up where I'm not going to do any more love bindings, but more so, spells to help a man be more faithful. You know what I'm saying? But to be honest with you, for a man to be faithful, he's got to be cleansed of those big demons that he got. Because that's one of the reasons. He's got to be cleared of patriarchy. And you can't tell me that male witches are not masculine, because many of them are. They act like all male witches have to be gay or something like that. And so if you are a male witch, you think that there's some kind of power in being with other men. But in reality, that's why those religions and stuff was created. In fact, Christianity, the person that created Christianity was gay. He didn't like women. All of y'all living within this entity's consciousness. And if you don't like women and you're gay, hey, I don't have to control you when it comes to that. I don't. I see no reason to, if I find out that a man likes other men and that's what he wants to do with his body, you think I'm gonna go and cuss him out and try to do. Now here's the thing: men are already very defensive when it comes to women anyway, and many of them will feel that insecurity, so they will go into attack mode, and that's not right. So if you're in some kind of war with a man, I'm not saying stop defending yourself, because I've been attacked by men that it's like, I don't even know you, just men rolling up online, like literally men that I didn't know for 5 years, just talking about me for 5 years straight, just because they met some confused matriarchal woman that's under some kind of demonic influence. These men thought that they had control over me just because of a matriarchal confused woman, just because they knew somebody else. It's like, well, you think just because you talked on the phone with that person that you know me and you got control over me? Okay. Hey, Lady T, how you doing? So I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? For me, this takes a load off of my heart too. Cause y'all carrying a heavy load, man. Y'all carrying the burdens of a society that died off. They killed each other. You want to know the lesson of the Bible at the end during Revelations? The Revelations was that everybody died. If you accept that as your reality, then that's surely what's going to happen to you. And just to let you guys know, there's been a lot of people dying. Death is a choice. If you want to die, go ahead. There's people just dying everywhere. Not of the coronavirus. They dying of other stuff. For some reason, we going through some kind of rapture. I'm staying right where I'm at. You know, this is the existence that I like. I don't need to be lifted up and moved and nothing like that. If I got to lift myself up, I lift my goddamn self up. Okay, I can't do that, y'all. I can't do. In fact, all of those. It's not even about it being worldly, but worldly is kind of like, this consciousness over everybody that's in a global community. Like for me, I live where I live, man, there's so many trees and woods and water around here. The only thing that reminds me that I'm actually in a city is the fact that there's a street that goes, up and down right there. But at night, it gets really, really quiet to where I can go and commune with nature. I just go outside and just commune, you know what I'm saying? And it feels good. And those things help to free me. And then when I saw that cherry blossom tree in the backyard, I damn near fell over because it bloomed. It wasn't bloomed when we first got here. It bloomed sometime probably around the end of March is when that tree bloomed because I was totally shocked when I went out there to see it. So literally I had a cherry blossom tree outside, didn't even realize it. Then, you got to think in order to be a powerful witch, you have to know that your spells are going to work. If you're a powerful witch, that's what you got to learn. It takes practice to get to that. So, I am a teacher, just to let you guys know. There's been a lot of people that have been coming to me asking about classes, and I definitely can teach you, but there's going to be some rules that I'm going to get set up for that because I will tell you that I think that I need to offer the classes more so to people that maybe just recently got cleansed. You got to remove the chains. You got to break the chains because what'll happen is, see, I'm an empath. You'll get frustrated. I'll get frustrated because when you pay for your classes, that energy is standing in front of you telling you you're evil. You should be afraid of this. This is going to kill you. Okay? This is going to kill you. That's dangerous. That's the devil. That's witchcraft. Don't do that. It's going to stand right there and it will even try to block you. When I had my first set of students, it was like two of them that one of my students, I ain't even heard from her. I'm sure I'll hear from her soon. She's going through some sort of spiritual ascension to where she's trying to get back. You know what I'm saying? Because that spirit will block you. It will block you. So when you take in magic classes, you have to understand that you can't be focused on other things. When you take in magic class, you can have children, absolutely. I teach my mama's witchcraft all the time, absolutely. But if you have a husband or a boyfriend that is, constantly got you up in arms and you going through all of this and that, spirit gonna be like, because I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes when you become elevated, you gotta be alone. That's why my spirits didn't want I had my sisters that was helping me a lot. Okay. They were. And it wasn't just with money. Sometimes I would need a little extra here and there because I was paying so much for that hotel that whole time. But I had to go through it. I wasn't gonna somebody was like, go live with my mama. Like you do? No, thank you. Why would I do that? And somebody told me, they said, you know, Jamila, you're gonna have to do this on your own. Because, and you know what, through all of that, I became stronger in my magic and I became a much more powerful witch. But like the last, I swear to God, is okay. So now that we're here, I can tell you some of the things that I went through while I was, hotel dwelling. The first hotel that I went to was really like it was terrible. Okay, but then I went to a second one, and there's a lot of different spirits in hotels, in particular, children that go to hotels. What happens with them, and then also the abortions, the homemade abortions, the births and sacrifices. So there's a lot of shit going on in them hotels. But you know what? You got to learn that, because that can sometimes be a part of your spiritual knowledge. And spirit will take you to the places where they need you to be. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And so thank you. And you know what? I feel comfortable to show my house. I ain't scared of nobody. I ain't scared of nobody. Just my address protects me from a lot of that crazy stuff. And I have to remind myself that I leveled up. So, you walk up to my front porch, and you can tell that obviously whoever lives here is doing well in life. And no, this is not Section 8. Somebody said that I was living in Section 8 housing, and that's not the truth. Not saying that it's anything wrong with Section 8. I'm not saying it. I wasn't on it I wasn't on housing assistance my entire life. I was on it because I had children and I didn't discover my power yet. I was completely lost. And many of you are going to be that way. So why don't you find yourself? Why you give up just because, well, I done had kids now, so it's over. That patriarchy teaches you that. Why would you go along with that? And then even matriarchy teaches you that and feeds you that, because matriarchal women are going to tell you, all sorts of things, all sorts of different ideas that they have in their head about certain things, about you, about your situation. But when you leveling up and you getting where you want to get, you hold on to yourself and you say, you know what? I knew I could do this and I did it. And I'm gonna stay here too, because it was an entity that came over here. I'm not gonna say who sent it, but it was actually trying to drive me out of this house. I was like, and my spirits was like, bye. People don't need to know your damn address for spirit to find you. Spirit gonna find you anyway. Spirits will. I could sit up here. I don't have to send these address. I can send out a damn spirit to my enemy, and the spirit gonna show up, because that's who I said to go send it to. So you know what I'm saying? Like, if you know witchcraft and if you know things about working with the dead, because there's witches and then there's necromancers. Okay. Necromancers are going to be attacked. If you have been attacked and attacked and attacked and attacked and attacked, necromancy. And right now, the fear consciousness, the fear demon is telling everybody that we got to kill or be killed. Okay. And you know what, to be honest with you, if you got somebody that just won't stop attacking you, you do have the right to practice necromancy. They don't like necromancers. They don't like you to have no spiritual gifts. But if you know necromancy, that means you can control the dead. That's why Marie Laveau was so popular in Louisiana, because Marie Laveau could control the dead. Now, it wasn't like what they showed in American Horror Story. Obviously, you couldn't see the dead people, but you could see them in the people that she could place under possession. Marie Laveau was badass, and that's because she could place you under possession. Now, her magic has transcended since then, because she's not here anymore, but her legacy will always be here, because at that time that Marie Laveau existed, when she was alive, there was so many threats against us, and so many of us that were Still so sleep. Okay, hold on. Go get it, Ty. Go get it. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Right, Orion's daughter. There's nothing wrong with the government programs, but I think that what's wrong with it is when you have to be or you make yourself codependent. And let's face it, there are people that are disabled. Okay, there are people that are disabled. There are people that that are needing those programs. And oh shit, hold on. There are people that are needing those programs and they are afraid of freedom because if they become free, they're afraid of losing that stuff. Okay. And I think that if you're watching me, because my aunt who raised me from a baby until I was 5, shout out to my aunt, that's my heartbeat. Um, she bought a house in her 60s, which is amazing. And she was on it. So, you don't have to be stuck on. They had to block something. A lot of renters are scared. A lot of you people that are renting are scared. And this is a challenge. So that's why I told y'all, if you guys are afraid that you're going to lose your home, I can help you with that. Because I'm a renter too, and I'm not on a government program because Trump said that he was only offering, eviction freezes to people that are on people that are in federal housing or people that have federal loans. Everybody else is on their own. What are you gonna do? If you smart, you will do the hoodoo and the voodoo that you do. Otherwise, your people won't survive. You'll be out there. You'll come out of this with debt. Okay, many of us shouldn't come out of this with debt, especially if they're giving us money. So they're going to give us that money. Okay, we'll all get it. Okay, I don't know if they're going by income as far as when you're going to get it because, if they started with the people making 10,000 a year, well, last year I definitely made. I'm not going to say how much I made, but I definitely made. I was happy with it. It was a success. Okay. Yes. So learn witchcraft. If you don't, if you like Jamila, I don't want to deal with it. I know how you feel. If you're not ready, then, it's still important to understand that witchcraft can help you. And, this is going to help a lot of witches, even, witches besides me, because, you're under witchcraft right now. If you decode coronavirus and then COVID-19, if you're able to decode it like I have, I decoded it the instant I saw it. I was like, oh, it's on and popping. I was like, let's do this thing. I was like, it's on and popping. See, this is what you're looking at is the Game of Thrones, man. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Only the strong is gonna survive. Not saying that it's nothing wrong with being weak, but many of y'all ain't ready to leave y'all families. Many of y'all ain't ready to do no stuff like that. So you ain't ready to die. But those social constructs are coming down. They are. And then we're finding out how much power witches actually have. Because they was going to delay them checks until May. So y'all, I did that because, I feel like, they've been, maybe the previous government or the government, does take so much of our energy. I personally think that these jobs should be paying more. So what y'all really need to be doing instead of rolling over is asking for more pay. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Most of you that start businesses and you don't back it up with some kind of protection, you're going to be out of business within 3 years. All businesses are protected with witchcraft, which is why they have signs and logos. Now, my logo is my face. My logo is my name. My logo is my power. But that's why all of these companies like McDonald's, they've got the golden arches. Okay? When you look at all of the signs of all of the top ranking corporations and companies, they've got different symbols in the logo. And quit being scared of the corporations. They already got billions of dollars. They can go and cash in their stock and go sit down somewhere for the rest of their life. They ain't worrying about you. Some of y'all get paranoid about the corporations. That corporation ain't bothering you unless you let it. You know, people that think that way, they cause problems for other people, don't they? Because they paranoid and they think you with the corporation and you know what I'm saying? And it just trickles down. You got people that are so afraid in this world and so codependent that they will ruin lives of a lot of different people. Literally, and then will say, well, I have to do this because it's a dog eat dog world. Well, I don't know about that, guys, because it has never been in my heart to take from anybody, and I've been very successful. And it ain't never been in my heart to take nothing out of nobody's baby's mouths. I ain't got to do nothing to your kids. I ain't got to sit up here and do all this. Now, if you keep messing with me and causing struggle, then I may have to put something on you. And I do know necromancy. But I'm not afraid. I don't have to threaten people. Okay, if you impeding on me, then you need to be afraid. Okay, I'm keeping it real. I came from death. So we all come from death, but you know, I've had a couple of lifetimes on this earth. This is not my first time. You can tell the ones that this is their first time on the earth. Many people don't want to believe that. They want to be scared of what's going on down here and in this consciousness, which is going to exist whether or not you're on the moon or on Mars, Earth, Moon, Mars, wherever you at. You're going to have this. You're going to have these same, you know, social constructs that people are going to go along with. How many eggs should I make for it? Like 4 or 5? Is your sister in there? I think I'm going to make like, maybe, oh, we'll do 6. Let's do an even number 6. That's a good number. Everybody that you see out here, in fact, a lot of people that are fucking up, that are doing bad, that don't care about their existence on this earth, this is their first time here. This is their first time here. And especially people that feel as though they're in prison. This is your first time here. Because you have allowed something to scare you and to take over your mind, and you have accepted it as reality, and that's why it keeps showing up at your front door. That's just like Tariq Nasheed. Tariq Nasheed is a blogger, very successful male. Sorry, guys. And he kept fearing the police. He just kept talking about the police, the police, the police, the police. He ended up in a shootout down here. Police came to his house, guns drawn. Literally, they had a SWAT team. You know what that was? That was his spirits teaching him something. Quit being scared of something. You keep being scared of it, it's going to show up at your front door, and that's exactly what it did. He bought that on himself. And then he always has, you know, inflammatory things to say and very bigoted things to say. Otherwise, a person like me, I would have, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. In all my years of living, I've never had the police called to my house for any reason. Never. And I've never had problems with the police either. Because I got a lot of spirits around me protecting me and stuff. And you know, when I had them swatting me and stuff, you know, it was always an angel outside. Sometimes you can catch a glimpse of him, like when you go out there and take a picture, you gonna get, you know what I'm saying? So But and my spirit is just like, I'm not gonna get, I don't have to fear being shot by the police. Now I believe that I have been racially profiled before. It was one time when I had my hair chopped off real short, and I think that they thought I was a light-skinned black man, but what was it that was going on? I think I either did something or my, I mean, if you don't have your tags right or if your insurance is not on your vehicle or something, you can't really screen racial profiling because, to be honest with you, your state has your tags, and the state of Georgia keeps track of whether or not your insurance is active on your vehicles. So they will cancel your registration in Georgia if you don't have insurance, and they will take you to jail and tow your car if you drive without insurance over here. And over in Kansas, they will do the same thing. They'll put points on your driver's license, but they really keep track of that over here. They tracking it. Your insurance company has to report if your insurance lapses. So, but why is your insurance lapsing? Is it because you're underneath some kind of social construct? And please believe that these words, patriarchy, almost like Petrie, patriarchy, arc. So arc is, just that word. It represents authority. I've never liked authority. I never needed it. I have good sense. I don't need a police officer to tell me not to do something. I already have good sense. I understand that there's a lot of people that are not that spiritually advanced. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. 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 Novus America said, nice lips. You look spontaneous. Thank you, sis. So, guys, I am truly, truly lucky to be able to bring this information to you. I feel very blessed. I'm gonna quit using the word blessed, and I'll just say blessed, because I ain't got to give up nothing. And maybe you may have to sacrifice some people, but some people you just got to do work on them. My necromancy spirit is coming out because there are a lot of demons that need to go. So when you are a witch that has the power of necromancy, which I don't believe everybody does. People claim to, but they actually don't. Because it's not just about killing somebody. Okay? It's not just about that. I'm not going to get deep off into necromancy right now. Maybe I'll do that a little bit later. Where we start rolling in the deep is if you take classes, and if you buy work from me, I will take the time to sit down and explain to you how a lot of this works, even though I don't give away my secrets, because a lot of people would say, damn, how did you manifest this? You got this big old country house, sitting on sacred land. The grass grows. There's squirrels and birds and everything. And it was birds at my last place, but obviously the soil over here is a lot healthier. Okay. And it's a better environment, obviously, better schools, if I wanted to go to school, or if my kids, they're out of school for the rest of the year. There's also an active terrorist threat that they're not telling us about, but we're not going to get into that, because terrorism is coming from a demonic place. So I believe what my spirits is saying is that we might be under terrorist attack right now too, which is one of the reasons why they're doing that. But, I really want to say that my heart goes out to all countries affected by what is going on right now. In particular, my home place. This is where I was born into this consciousness, unless I was born in Africa and they shipped me over here. Well, if you did, why you didn't tell me? Why is it a secret? So I was born in America and I want America to be okay. And that's just the way that it is. And it's not about patriotism, it's about humanism. It's about being human and it's about having a heart. And it's about, I don't need to fuck over people and run over people to get what I want to get ahead because what's the point? Because when I get what I want, I'm going to be sitting there feeling bad, trying to send bad energy to other people because I got a guilty conscience. So I don't have no guilty conscience. This is a karma-free house right here, baby. I'm over here. Okay. I do necromancy all the time by having the ability to banish and to control interdimensional beings. Necromancy is not just about death. It's about being able to control the dead. But again, people think that being a medium is just about spirits. Mediums can see into other worlds. Mediums can see shit with their sight that you can't see. If you practice necromancy, you can destroy a reptilian demon. Okay, there's a difference between reptile and a reptilian demon. Okay, I can destroy a reptilian demon. I do it all the time. I'm not afraid of those demons. So necromancy is a very powerful gift to have if you understand it. And to be honest with you, I think it can be taught, but I think that erecting it or actually manifesting it yourself is what the hard part is. Because when you're doing a cleanse on somebody, a lot of the times you're banishing those demons. I hope you are when you're doing a cleanse on it, because if you just lighting a white candle for people and saying your house is clean, if you're just doing that, baby, that's why you overrun with demons. That's why you overrun with demons. And you have to use your voice, okay? That's why everybody always trying to steal your voice, because demons can recognize a voice, because your voice is not just your voice. It's being able to command. Okay? So many people don't have control over spirits. That's exactly what we're talking about. A lot of the people that are trying to control everybody, they don't have control over their spirits. If they did, they wouldn't need to control everybody. Witchcraft has never been about controlling others. Trust me. They blamed a lot of stuff on witches, and some of them witches really did hex those men and their families because maybe that man raped them. Maybe that man did something to them. Okay? But it had nothing to do with what y'all think it did. A lot of people think that everybody fear people, if you fear being able to be in control of your own existence, then yeah, we know that there's a lot of people that do. So they have it in their mind set, which is why, to be honest with you guys, I don't want to say that I regret it, but I do want to clarify, that when I was talking about the corona, because a lot of people will come over here and they will totally misunderstand what I'm saying, don't know what the hell I'm saying. But anybody that I'm meant to teach is going to understand exactly what I was saying. They're not going to be confused about it. Because I could sense people out there getting mad at me because I wasn't afraid of the coronavirus. Well, I'm not. Okay, there's a lot of us that aren't afraid of the coronavirus. I'm afraid of allergies. I hate allergies. I have allergies real bad. But I'm not afraid of the coronavirus. So people got mad at me. They, I could hear them. They were like, who did, And they even tried to use that against me, but you can't use any of that against me. Okay, because I'm gonna be honest with you, being that I can see your rituals, whether or not you have done a very good job of hiding them from me, eventually I'll see it, and I always see it just in the nick of time. Okay, I always see it just in the nick of time. So I'm very, very psychic, and this is the reason why I ain't never been out on the damn streets, and I never will. So your power can come from, especially if you're a witch and you're just kind of floating around and you don't know what the hell is going on, even the men. Now, the problem with men is that men, they are more than likely to conform to these social constructs, which is why they use themselves as toy soldiers. Yeah. Okay. I refuse to raise my sons to be that. My sons ain't never going to fight nobody's war. No. Those are just sacrifices. Those people that go to war and they get shot up in the war and people die all the time with that, or, even those of you that go to prison. Okay, you've been sacrificed. You end up in prison. That would be a very good indication that you might have been sacrificed. Now, let's talk about sacrifice. Sacrifice is a part of the social construct. It doesn't really exist. It was only created to create more divisiveness, and it was created by the demons to keep you under control. When you get elevated to the point where you understand that, then those demons will they'll be like, oh God, I ain't messing with her. Now, I will tell you that there has been some times in witchcraft where there have been deaths. If you don't even have to be a necromancer. You don't have to be a necromancer for somebody to do magic on you, and they didn't have the right. They had no reason to be angry at you. If anything, they disrespected you, put you in jeopardy, caused judgment against you. A lot of unfair judgment, total lies and deception. So I wouldn't do that to nobody because I don't want that person to have, that's the only time somebody can have control over you. They tried to end my hangout, y'all. But no, they didn't. Actually, somebody threw something at me and the spirits blocked it. Thank you, goddess. So, it is what it is. So that, and you're gonna it ain't about what everybody else is doing because everybody else makes their personal choices. But for me, I am a humanitarian. I am a just to let you guys know, many of us children that were born during the 60s, 70s, and the 80s, we were born with spiritual gifts. Okay. I believe that the vaccines destroy your spiritual gifts or they hide them. So, you know, when you have certain, spiritual gifts, they don't want you to be able to use them. Okay. They feel like you're doing too much. Doing too much. I can't handle it. Most people, they'll be overwhelmed if their kids are getting married. I'm going to be honest with you. I was going to make this discussion about that. Getting married is a social construct. Many of us, that wasn't supposed to be our journey. In fact, the men that I, because I had children with 3 different men, the men that I had children with, it was meant for me to procreate with them and bring the children into the world. But that doesn't mean that it was meant for me to marry them. And then when it comes to people that say, oh, well, if you women, and I will tell you that there was a point in time in my life where I wasn't standing in my power. Okay, and I'm forgiven for that. I forgive for that. I don't care if you forgive me. I forgive myself for that. Okay, don't be so hard on yourself. People are too hard on themselves. They say, well, I done sat around for this long and I done did this for this long and I'm just gonna give up. Well, then that's on you. People can do whatever they want to do. Okay, I don't have to sit up here and say, well, I had children, so I might as well go on and just sit down. That's a part of patriarchy and matriarchy because children are considered to be a weakness, which they shouldn't. We should be teaching our daughters witchcraft. If your daughters are closed mind to it, ask spirit to open their mind and eventually they'll come around. I don't want my children's third eye to be closed. I want all of them third eye to be open. In fact, if you have children that are going through autism and things like that, open up their third eye. You never know what might come about. Okay? Mm. Mm-mm. All of the radiation and stuff like that, all that 5G talk, that's also another thing that's made up by all of that information is the information that they gave you. That way you'll get sick. Again, them telling you that 5G is going to make you sick is going to make a lot of people sick. Okay? Cancer is caused by viral. A lot of cancers are caused by viruses. Did y'all know that human papilloma virus can turn into cancer? There's men out there that have penis cancer though. So it doesn't discriminate. And men, you better get smart because if you're not conscious, that thing will eat you up while you staying stuck in patriarchy. Okay? There is nothing on this earth that can kill me because I know that the earth and nature will protect me. So if you take that into your, if you going for all of that stuff, guys, can I tell you something? Do you think that if 5G was so harmful that they would release it? You think they would be allowed to? Why haven't they dropped the bombs? They're not allowed to. They don't have control over that. That's something that we leave up to the gods. Okay? It would be easy. It's easier to allow someone else to determine your outcome because that way, which is, what we fear is failure. But if you say, hey, I am liberating myself from this, even your narcissistic mother. Now, sometimes it may take a minute. It may take you some time to liberate yourself from narcissistic people or either the narc demon. The narc demon has a strong hold on people. Whatever it comes into our consciousness as. But to be honest with you, I'm going to quit talking about that too. I'm going to be over here talking about herbs and candles and magic and my products that are coming up. To be honest with you, I'm getting to the point where those particular blockages are no longer affecting me anymore because they can affect some of my clients, of course, and the people that I help, and it's affecting a lot of people. But all of this stuff that they tell you, these are things that, you yourself, they'll say, hey, well, so-and-so and so-and-so, so-and-so and so-and-so died of this, and so-and-so and so-and-so was doing this, and so-and-so and so-and-so was doing that. Okay, now it's not to say that you can't care about those people. It's not that you can't care about them but when you think about it, a lot of people are highly and greatly affected by the news. You guys are watching it, you're taking it in, you're very afraid, and it's the wrong thing to do right now. It's like I said, why are you wearing masks if you're still scared? If you have spiritual protection, you won't even need a mask. You got spiritual protection. all of those entities that benefit from these social constructs, they on their way out because that's not the consciousness. If you're conscious, then you know that. If you're unconscious, then you don't know that. So you're not among the consciousness, which is what I'm talking about. Because I'm pretty sure many of you have followed my advice on protection. I told you, I said, wear your masks and stuff. Do what you got to do. But make sure you clear out your home, like with the brews and stuff that I told y'all to do in saging. That's really all you got to do. Everything else is just witchcraft, honey. If you sitting over there thinking, I think I'm having mild symptoms of the coronavirus, you listening to the wrong person. Because why would you be having symptoms of the coronavirus? The people are very, very sensitive about that coronavirus because they putting up all these red and blue. It's like red, blue, black. Or you taking the red pill or the blue pill? Which one you gonna take? And who cares what, because to me, the meaning of those pills might be switched around for me. I determined that because I am God of my own world. You don't never let nobody tell you when you gonna die. That ain't their point. That ain't their place. Because you're God, okay? And then you got your helpers. But even they ready to move on. They like, damn, y'all ain't learned yet? So right now you're hearing a lot of people like me that are saying, start your own businesses. Stop being caught up. Right now, a lot of y'all think I'm going to need somebody. That's why your exes is contacting you and stuff. I know one day I came over here, I said I need a man because of my dryer or whatever. That's not why God is going to send me a man. When the man comes in your life, your kundalini is going to match with theirs. They're not necessarily, doing the, the non-social engagement, but, I will tell you that I do believe that the floodgates have been opened and there are people that might be running around here with spiritual viruses. Yeah, they run around here with spiritual viruses. And and I'm gonna tell you something, it sounds very scary. But you want to be careful when you're out there because there are people that are out there in the world and they're sick with stuff. But what Spirit was telling me is that it's some people that are passing it around because they're death dealers. They're agents of demons. So those are usually the ones that might walk up to you and cough on you. I ain't had nobody walk up to me and cough on me. And if somebody did cough on me, it's not going to be drastic or the end of the world. Fear lowers your immune system. So, that's what I wanted to tell you. Letting go of those social constructs, this is also what all of this is about as well. Okay, patriarchy and matriarchy are fighting with each other. There's people that are either going to make it through this ascension process or you're not. And that's the reason why this was this whole virus was killing a lot of older people. Because older people, they have different values. You know what I'm saying? They have a different thought process than we do. Then because I'm 42, but I don't think like my 60-year-old mama, or either your 70-year-old grandmother. I have my own thought process. And for me, I know how to catch up with the times. And so that's what we're having right now. And a lot of people are freaking out. There are, and to be honest with you guys, people die from that every year. Every day people ascend and they go other places, and their energy leaves their body. You know, I did a ritual last night which completely cleared me of fearing any of that death and stuff. I fear last night a lot of y'all were fearing death. I felt it. So, if you listen to me, you will be okay. If you don't want to, that's fine. You probably, more than likely, you'll be okay then. But you're still going to be caught up in that. Your mind is going to be caught up in this stuff because, I'm just telling you what I know, guys. I really am. When people like me talk this way, there are some people that are so empathic that they'll come to my channel and they'll say, "You're so insensitive." No, I'm not. I'm just telling you the truth. You'd rather believe that there's a deadly virus out there than that you're about to be free, and your spirit is about to be free. But many of y'all will take it as you're going to be dead and gone and somebody going to have to bury you, and that's not what's going on. And so I'm not going to say anything else about the coronavirus. I am done talking about it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't even look at the news about it. You can choose to not look at the news about the coronavirus. You don't have to look at that stuff. And it's not that you're even turning a blind eye. It's just that you already know what's going on. I mean, you already know what's going on. Why you got to keep watching it? You already know what's going on in the world. And you already know what people are dealing with. You may not necessarily be dealing with it, but how are you going to deal with it? Or are you going to take this as an opportunity? Especially those of you that were fired from your jobs. Well, you know what? You didn't want that damn job anyway. What you want a job that's going to fire you in the middle of a freaking pandemic? If your job wasn't able to let you go home and work from home, then you need to walk away from that crap anyway. Because basically what people were doing was they were sending people home to go work from home. And as you guys can see, all the restaurants are open, and they say, "Oh, the United States, they're tripping. They're not." The people in the United States, they not locking down. Why y'all not locking down? Lock down. Because the United States is not really stupid like that. That's why they ain't locked in and shut everything down. And nobody is doing that. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something before I go, because I'm only on like a 4% battery. All of this is coming from a highly oppressive nation, which is China. China's government is hated. They're hated because they control and dominate. Those people don't have no rights over there. So what you are caught up in is the civil rights movement of China. That's what we're dealing with right now. Because those people over there in China want freedom. They don't trust their government, and they shouldn't. Because anytime your government tells you that you can only have one child, and if you have another one, you have to abort it, then I wouldn't want to live in that country. If they ever did that in America, I would leave the country, and trust me, my spirits would make a way. Okay? So whenever you get through China, they be up to no good sometime. Nobody's being racist. But, I've got to question a government that would do that to the female population. That's disgusting. They said they made an excuse for it. There really was no excuse for that. That's just like blaming all your problems on the women. So going back to patriarchy. So if you have a voice in this and you know that this stuff is wrong, then speak out about it. Quit, that's the stuff that you need to be talking about. Because look, if you keep letting them get away with telling you that, then then how different would it be? Then they'll try to come up and just execute your family in your house. If they can get away with something like that, then they can just show up at your house and execute you. And it was people dumb enough saying they need to do martial law. You don't know about martial law. That's why you're saying that. So, I've said my piece, you guys. I feel so much better. I'm going to go in here and spend time with the kiddos. I love you guys, love and light, okay? But we also do dwell in the dark places because we have to. I'm one of the most light people that you know. But if I have to do something that is going to, bring me, because my life purpose is peace, tranquility, prosperity, wealth. Those are my life purposes. And if you're trying to get in the way with that, then, obviously you're a demon. Somebody trying to stop you from doing what you got to do is a demon. That's an enemy. That's an adversary. Whether or not it's your mother, your father, or even your brother. So, and it just, for some reason, we've got this going on because people are caught up in this competitiveness. Is what it is. It's all about that competitiveness. And, we are all individuals, okay? Just because you win doesn't mean that I lose, because we can both win at the same time. So we base everything up on playing games, but it's not a game. Y'all base y'all everyday life based upon a game or a video game. Am I going to win? Am I going to score the highest? Am I going to do this? Am I going to do that? When you let that go, everything will start flowing into you. You can, get your mind off of that stuff and focus on the prosperity, then the prosperity is going to automatically come to you. So I do teach people money magic, and so, I do offer classes just to let you guys know, but many of y'all need to be cleansed, especially after this. Yes, they did set a lot of you back. Yes, they set a lot of people back, even people that were, seeming to be very powerful spiritually. Because if you're spiritually powerful and you are a powerful witch, then you're going to be able to roll with these punches. And they ain't going to feel like punches. They're going to feel like love taps to you. You're going to be like, oh, ooh, give me some more. And it's not that you're getting off on negativity, but you are transmuting it. You are transmuting it, because let me tell you, the biggest sign that your wealth is about to come in, when you get that negative energy, the biggest sign is when you start getting that anxiety. So what's her name in here? Hey, Janice. Hey, sweetie. Yes. Who was that came in here and said that? Somebody had said something about that anxiety. Oh, that was Jacretia. Anxiety, I'm gonna have to talk to y'all about it. I ain't even gonna get it away, because then you gotta, I don't give away some information for free. But when I start feeling something and something start attacking me, and so I'll be like, oh, I'm about to get me some money. That's what because when a person is getting ready, especially when y'all getting ready to contact me to do a hex remover or a cleanse, your spirits is already attacking me before you even come to me. It's like, oh, okay. So there's going to be a couple of people that are afflicted by matriarchy, patriarchy, and then also people that need general cleanses. I can see my clients before they even come in. I can feel you before you even come. So, Jacretia, you may want to holler at me about that, depending on what it is that you do for a living. Okay. So sometimes anxiety and like the feeling that you're feeling right now, it can be your power manifesting, but many people don't know what to do with that. What are you going to do with it? How are you going to harness that energy? Because if you don't know how to harness that energy and just flow with that energy, then it will be certain entities that are considered thieves that will steal it, because it's got to go somewhere. And if you're not ready to receive it, then you won't. Okay. All right, guys, I will see you later. Have a wonderful Saturday. I love Saturdays, y'all. I do. I do so much on Saturdays. I love Saturdays. Anyway, guys, if you guys need to reach me for spiritual coaching, especially you empaths, you poor empaths, um, empath is a good thing, but the problem was that you loving a little too much. So some of y'all, your heart chakra is imbalanced, and this is what's hurting you if you're an empath. So this is the reason why I help empaths love themselves, because you can be so empathic that you literally would sacrifice yourself for somebody else, all your happiness. You just spend days and days just, and then sometimes you be doing that for nothing. You'll be doing it for nothing. You'll be wasting your time. And most of the time when you're doing stuff like that, you realize that you wasted your time anyway. Okay? So all of my contact information is below. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you're watching the playback, hit the thumbs up. If you guys want advice or coaching on starting your own business right now, then you can get a reading, and I coach people on that. So you don't have to be a student for me to coach you on things like that, because many of you do need to do that, because many of you ain't gonna never be able to keep no job. Your spirits ain't gonna let you keep no job. That's why you can't keep a job. And then some people can keep a job. Nothing wrong with that. That doesn't mean that they're slaves or anything, but you are a slave when every time they tell you that you're gonna die, you believe it. Because that's what a master does to a slave. Terrorizes the slave, torments the slave, keeps the slave disoriented. Okay, that's how they keep you in check. That's how those entities are keeping everybody in check, including the president sometimes. All right, guys, I'll see y'all later. Thank you for coming, Orion's daughter. And we had Nefertiti, the goddess. Thank you. We already said Orion's daughter. Hecate, fuck that love and light shit. Nova America. Janice Copper, thank you so much. Lady T, appreciate you coming. All right, guys, I'll see y'all later.